Hi, everybody out in YouTube land. What's good today? What's good today? It's time to go to Fennhaven. Let's escape reality and boom. In case you didn't know, that was my Star Trek transporter. What was that called? Where they went beam me up and went beam me up and land me into Fennhaven. Thank you very much. Hi, JK Pioneer. Hi, Silver Fox. Yay, hi, Captain Margot. Yeah. I am expecting, well, I might be hearing from my sister. And so if I hear my phone go, I'm going to have to cut this off. But I thought, well, until then, and I don't know for sure. So until then, thought, okay, I'll just go live. I poured a big old glass of white wine. And not a waste of time. Hi, ES. Yeah, this is totally a waste of time. No, I guess, no, it's not a waste of time. It is, how can I spin it? It is constructive in the way it's providing an escape from whatever ails you. I had to go to a not a funeral, but a memorial thing today. And so that was tough. Just, ugh. And it's COVID. So it's like weird and you don't know what to do and how to act. And so I'm all weirded out. And the election thing is all weird. Everything's weird. I want to go hide in Fennhaven. Hey, looks like a Queen Anne. Hi, dear sweet Queen Anne. I don't know if it's okay to say your real name. Street scenes. I think we're both going to have to be careful or we're going to be writing ourselves into a couple of episodes. Street. You know what I mean? It's so easy to take the bait. Because it's just so easy to take the bait. You know what I mean? Oh, God. Meat. Oh, Meat Man. Hey, Meat Man. Hi, Redneck Express. Hi, dear. Jack. I know. Let's go to Fennhaven. You have to, everybody do this at home. Wow. Magic happens. And boom, we're in Fennhaven now. Cheers, y'all. Okay, I seriously can go to Fennhaven because I was sparked by the shenanigans and the tomfoolery that's going on amongst the other some other characters in our 15 minutes of fame platform here. You know what I'm referring to at all? Anybody? But I thought, dang, we can break this down. We can do this better than perform better than some of the performances that are currently afoot. Except for I do totally, I mean, what's his name? I thought for sure I had it down. Roman Candle Star Spider. It's so ridiculous. That's what part of it. That's why there's so much ridiculousness about that whole approach that I love it. Ridiculous is my favorite word, by the way. I'm sure I've said that before. I'm sure you guys know that because I say it almost every single time you ever hear me talk. That word comes out because it's my favorite. Okay, what am I missing here? What tomfoolery? Well, just the usual suspects. And it's so, I don't want to talk about it because I don't want to give it life and breath. And I've been being just this last, hi, Gadal Khan. Provoked in comments by being, baited into, innocently enough, there's nothing that, and I know better, but still it was kind of, I'm going to end up on that damn Netflix episode. Main Street, we're going to be featured. We're going to be a feature. Oh, God. I don't know that person from Eve. Oh, confirmation bias makes smart people stupid, but it sure is fun. Boy, did you say a mouthful there, meat man. It's just, it's like the ultimate human nature playing out, and the different reactions and how much patience. Some people don't like nobody has patience. Everybody wants to know answers, and they're like, oh, it ended so bad. But you know what? It's not over, people. Poof. I know, months later, these things take time. Holy cow. Creating the narrative or we're playing this out in real time, and not to mention in the world of the pandemic has messed with everything. It was just weird today to be amongst people that are grieving, and you're not supposed to touch anybody or hug anybody or I mean, but we're like there's food there, but you have to wear a mask, and then it's just phooey. So anyway, that of course affects everything and everyone, including our dear treasure finder and our dear Chase. Let's just put it that way. Our Chase. It's affected everybody's Chase because of the ending and how it's not over. It's not over. We don't know how many people were at the memorial. I don't know. While I was there were probably 20, and it was just like I left right when it was supposed to start. Like I went early. It's supposed to start at 4 and I went at like 1 o'clock. So I went 3 hours to help set up and to help deal with the whole place and well, all you guys, well, if you don't know, I have post-traumatic stress disorder. Is that what the D stands for? I never ever really know. Well, I did know and I forget. Post-traumatic stress disorder. But it's horrible. And so I have to be, I'm like so guarded at all times when I'm out in public outside of my shell because you can't control your environment. And one of my triggers is music. Certain music makes me instantly go into freeze. It's fight, flight, freeze. I go into freeze and it's panic. Like I forget to breathe. I can hear the heartbeat in my head. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. That like this, if you guys don't know what that means to have post-traumatic stress disorder, my experience, what happens to me is as a feeling. I can feel it. It's like in my whole body. And it's like instant threat. Like I'm gonna die, and even though it's it's totally irrational. I know I'm not gonna die. I know, I can look around and see that there is no immediate threat. That doesn't matter. My body feels it different and sees it different. And so, okay, so up comes music and there I am. And it's just like, oh, I gotta go. Like as soon as I hear it, I gotta go. I'm done. It's over. I gotta flee the scene or panic or start crying. Or I feel like I'm gonna throw up. I feel like, all these, it's hard to live with because where really can you go where there's not music? There's music every store you walk into and whatever. Anyway, why are we talking about that? Oh yeah, it's because that's just what we're running to Fen Haven. And that is exactly why I have Fen Haven, and that's why I do it. And I don't care, I mean, Forrest Fenn, how he had post-traumatic stress from, you don't get shot down, go land through the trees with your parachute, spend the night on the jungle floor and return to life without having some form of post-traumatic stress. And whether that was the smell of gunpowder for Forrest or the smell of a sound, a light flash, who knows, who knows? But I think it would be rare for a man or anyone to escape that sort of situation and not have residual effects his whole life. So it's just because I wasn't shot down in a plane still doesn't make it any different. But so anyway, girls, we're in Fen Haven because Forrest created this lovely place to go run and hide from that stuff. And that's what I was talking about. So while I was trying to get my mind off of that, I just went into the YouTube search and pushed Forrest Fenn and then sorted from the most recent stuff. So I could look at my so I could look and see the latest things. And then I saw like that's when I saw Streets stuff. And he said he had been in chat the night before. Somebody was live. And so then I saw this next person live. And so then I watched this Finding Fen and saw the shenanigans that brought that out. And it was like I was listening to that stuff and it was like trying to escape. And, it did work because it got my mind off everything else. I just was like, oh, I can do better. And then I thought I can do better than this. If we're going to keep talking about the chase, I mean, we've got better things to talk about than some of that stuff. Really not good. Not good things. But what got me, and I thought, okay, where do we, I should read the chat. I forget. Yeah. Elections. Oregon. I'm going to hit the Oregon Trail, man. I'm ready to hit the Oregon Trail in my wagon and get there. Oh, man. Who said that? Me, man? Is that right? More rotten teeth and heart attacks. Great. What's that? I don't know. Lots of clinical studies on mushrooms helping with anxiety. Yeah, that's really interesting. Or parts of the chemical, whatever. There's different street scenes. It was epic. He had the book in the wash machine. He had to throw the chase in the wash machine. We need to be cleansed. We need a cleansing, eh? It is hard to I don't care. There's no shame in the game. I will be defensive against Forrest Fenn. I will be defensive again for the chase. And I don't care what you call me. I mean, what are you going to call me? Mentally ill? Oh, God. Come up with better ones. So what? But I believe that there was a treasure out there. I believe it is not where it is. How it ended, whether it was pulled or if there's a real finder. I believe Forrest, when he said there's a real finder, there is a chance there isn't, that he pulled it and there's a creation going on. Fine. It's not like I've closed my mind to that. It's like anything's possible. But I do think there is a real finder. And I do think the story is coming out in its time. Like, it's got to be, like, the chest has got to be sold, or we got to figure out, the finder's got to figure out where the chest is going to go, or, he's cashing in. And not only cashing in the story, he would be stupid. Like, who amongst us searchers would not cashed in on the story as much as the chest? The story is the valuable part of it, is a very valuable part of it. Ask Netflix. There's stranger storylines out there now than what Team 5150, much love. Team 5150. I don't know what that means. Damiel, but much love. Street scenes, I think you are Gordon BA from I saw in the well, she's doing that to me. She's like assumed when I responded to a little comment, do we want to gossip? That's more fun than anything, right? Expedition unknown. Oh no. Oh no. Godelkin says I'm getting a phone call from Expeditions Unknown. What's that guy's name? Josh Gates. Ring ring. Hello? Yeah, this is Josh Gates, the ruggedly handsome adventurer from, what's the name? Expeditions Unknown. And I can tell you have sweet skills. I've seen you on YouTube a few times. And we'd like to include you in the upcoming episode of Extraordinary Treasure Hunters. Oh, you don't say. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we think you'd be a really good fit because you obviously are outstanding in the field. Why, thank you. I appreciate that. I've been filming a Netflix episode. You're gonna have to wait in line. Wasting time. I'm street scenes. I'm so sorry. Oh, Barbara. Barbara said to me, I have no idea who you are. Except for you like to make videos that waste time or something like that, she said to me. And I said, well, I don't know who you are, except for you make lawsuits that waste time or something like that. Like, I don't know who's she's supposed to, she's somebody big and like, oh, fear me, I stood my ground long before she did. I've been blabbing my mouth on YouTube for years. Just in case you guys didn't know, I've been making useless wasting time videos since 2018. I just deleted them all because they were, because I thought, I don't know, whatever. Okay, I see my name. There it went. The treasure was found in Dale's mustache. It was right under his nose the whole time. But Dale was not to find her. He was presented it. Oh no, poor Dale. Oh, Dale is a good sport. Like, he's the, top dog in the chase. Or the spokesman, or the brave, the one brave enough to be closest to Fen and be a spokesman. He was lucky. He got to do all those interviews, he did them 2 different years, all those great interviews with Forrest, like his San Lazaro, where Forrest is picking through all the different shards, and his fishing ones, making the lures, and when he's talking about his books, and when you watch Forrest talk about his books and the way he touches his book and opens them up and shows his, it's just Forrest loved books. And I think Forrest saw the writing on the wall when it came to what books are, where they're headed in the future. you guys. There's not going to be books in the future. You know, it's just not. Already the Kindle, you know, the Kindle reader, and that the start of an electronic book, and you know, the libraries of today, how we know it. I don't know if it's going to be in our lifetime or in my lifetime. My lifetime will probably still be libraries. I don't know, but not too much longer in the future. And look at how much our not only books, but people's ability to be able to read books, because look at how much our language is changing because of text, because of texting, our little texting machines, and in chat, like right in chat. Like, how many of you guys said you instead of YOU? Just put the letter U, and then be right back, BRB. Everything's an acronym or a symbol, or a, you know, you are, your, or, you know. So I think his books were his treasure. Hi, Sledneck. And I think his books are the treasure. And I did explain, you know, that there is a Yellowstone National Park library in West Yellowstone. Is it West Yellowstone or is it Gardner? I think it's West Yellowstone, where there's a library. I'm sure there's more than one library in that area. I don't know. Now I'm talking. I should stick to what I know. What I know is West Yellowstone, and as like, and I thought for a while, I chased down that trail of, you know, I give you title to the gold, be entitled to a book. Which book are we talking about? Which book? Is it this title? And is it maybe is it a title in a library? And I went down the Yellowstone, a golden nugget of Yellowstone and Yellowstone Park, and then found that library and thought, what if the chest was in a library in cold storage, you know, or like in an archive, like in some sort of, I don't know, but or near that building, or, you know, outside of the building, but near that building somewhere, a library, because wouldn't that be apropos? That was just one of the rabbit holes I went down during the whole my chase, you know, the years of chasing Forrest Fenn's treasure. I chased it down all sorts of rabbit holes. Some of them felt right, some of them felt too far out there, some of them felt, you know, like I never am lacking for strings to pull, and I've never been one to hold on to one of those strings for too long. I'm one that swings from rope to rope to rope to rope, you know. In all my journey doing that, during the chase, I would not be surprised if one of those ropes I grabbed was the right rope, and I just, whoop, you know, let go and went on to the next. That was the kind of treasure hunter I am, or was, because I felt like, I still feel like it was all still fact-finding information, gathering. Like I'm still just gathering, like I was still just gathering information. Like I have to see it all. I have to know all the options, see them, sort them, then go from there. That's, you know, I did go boots on the ground just to figure out that the way I was approaching it was not the way it was going to be found. Like I was not going to show up at a spot and then just go, okay, from here it's going to be around here. I'm going to figure it out once I'm there. I'm going to be able to look around and see something that's going to trigger. You know, it was like, there's something more to this. I need more figured out before I get to the ground. The way I approached it the first, but I mean, to go boots on the ground, just even once in this chase was, or is for anybody, just a huge eye-opening thing, to see what the scope of, you know, well, you guys all know what I'm saying. And look, I'm ignoring you. I'm just babble, babble, babble. Give me half a glass of you know, chatter juice. Here we go. I have lots to say about nothing. You guys, it's really serious. Got serious stuff to sort through here, people. And I got to see what we're saying. Very important. Very important. Information extraction at its finest, or worse, depending on the interviewee is feeding you along or not. At Hooli. Hey, is Hooli here? Hey, Hooli. Did you catch a fish? Did you catch a big ocean fish? Isn't that what you were up to? Or now you're eating steak and drinking beer instead because the fish. Oh no, you're saying hi, meat man. Hi, street. I get it. Cheers. See what I'm saying about the language? Look, you know, and this book is Pride and Prejudice. Is the book that I pulled out of my bookshelf to be the classic book example, because I started again approaching the idea of how we can find clues in the most fundamental things about the Thrill of the Chase book, such as how it is formatted, how it starts, like how he counts this as page 1, right? Isn't that page 1? So, you know, or how these pages are laid out, because we don't have, because I'm using this one as the most, I mean, Pride and Prejudice. How many, I mean, could you get a more classically printed book? And so, you know, I started exploring how this one approaches, you know, here's the, whatever that, there's tech, because I did look it up and I did explore this whole idea of why the book is put together the way it is. And in this classic example is really sweet because it, you guys see that as a blur? Because its chapter numbers are Roman numerals, right? And that got me looking at, finding it really interesting. Just thinking about how there's Roman numerals in this column with the chapter number, and then the page numbers are normal numbers, or, you know, what is it? Roman and normal. But okay, so that got me thinking about different, you know, the use of the letter I as the number 1. And then that Roman candle star spider guy was talking about, he did a video tonight about EYE, but you know, that same thing. And I started thinking, what are there any words that are spelled out that, so here's LIV, which is 54, live. So you can you can spell I live. I is 1, 54 is live. You know, I mean, or I wonder if there's other words you could spell that Roman numeral spell. But anyway, that was just like a tangent off in my looking down at the use of Roman numerals. And the Roman numeral page numbers are always used before the introduction, before the book actually starts. The introduction usually has Roman numeral page numbers. And what is it? Gay Duncan says, that is how my solve begins. The first I is a 1. As 1. Gay Duncan. I did that. Is that my sister? Hang on, I have to. Okay, I have to text her back. Talk amongst yourself. She's home. It's fine. It's good. Talk to you tomorrow. Side drama. Side drama. So the memorial it wasn't a service. It was the gathering was in a town 15 miles away. So my Jeep, right? So we're like, okay, my Jeep has been driving just fine. I got the coolant sensor replaced, been driving my Jeep fine. Okay, so I get like almost, I'm driving there following my sister. She's driving in front of me. I start going up this hill almost to the town 15 miles away. And my Jeep starts losing power. And it starts chugging. It's got full tank of gas. There's nothing's wrong with any of my instrument panel. And then there's the computer panel that tells you when shit's going wrong. That didn't say anything wrong. I start smelling something wrong. It smells wrong. And then I'm like, oh my God, cars start coming behind me and so I had to put my flashers on, went onto the side of the road and kept driving, trying to go as fast as I could. Oh my God. So I white knuckled my Jeep to where it was supposed to go but we're talking a town of 1,200 people. So this is a tiny town. I mean, your car can break down in the middle of the road. It would be fine, right? You know? Oh, so that had to go on. And so right now my car is parked at my sister's house. I took her car from her house. She gave me extra set of keys. She had she used whatever. So things are screwed up. Tomorrow we're supposed to sort my Jeep up, but just for the fun of it, we had to have extra added excitement. And anyway, so I made it. Here I am. Wonder why I drink? Do people want? This was after I had a panic attack over music. I had to flee the premises. I haven't like a panic. It's panic. That's what you call it. It's just panic. An anxiety attack. Going to my car, white knuckling it back. It's just okay. So anyway, my sister is now in her house. I'm at my house. Everything's fine. We're going to deal with my truck tomorrow. It's fine. Nothing is wrong. And I'm going to tell her that. Okay. Good night. Talk to you tomorrow. thinks. Okay. 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 La la la. Captain Marvel. When is your sister moving in? Okay, well, that's the next thing because we just had to. It was just. It's only been like 9 days since it happened. 9-10 days. I don't know. So we're still just like, boom. So it was kind of like, okay, wait for this day to be done. And now it's like, okay, all the pressure of what we had to do to plan for today's thing is done. It's over. Okay, now next, move to the next step. Next step is my sister lives in a rental house, so she rents. So, and I own my house. Oh, that's irrelevant. Doesn't matter. God. But so it's kind of more of a it's because it's a time constraint type thing. She paid her rent until whatever. She's got until the 1st of December. But it's going to have to be, she's lived there for 7 years. So we're going to have to move out, move her stuff over here. And her kitty, she has a cat. And you know, sort through all the stuff and his stuff and get, and what, oh, and then clean her whole house, you know, get it all back to, and then they have to, and the house inspector's got to come and stuff like that. So we've got the next couple with it for the next couple weeks. That's what, I'm going to need Fen Haven for sure. I'm going to have to come running to you guys. Oh, okay, let's talk about books and the structure of books. Not that. But I'm, yeah. So that's Captain Marvel. Did your sisters have it? No. They didn't have children. He did. He was married before. He was with, him and my sister were together 31 years. 31 years. So a long time, but they never had kids. And he had a kid from a previous marriage before they got together. So yeah, he did have a son. But no. Hi, William Sparks. Roping the buffalo. Where did they end up? Did anyone here ever search like? I betcha. I can't ever say that word, Sledneck, but I betcha. I think that was a very popular solve. Yeah, let's go. Hi, Alan K. Hi, Sir Crow. Hi. Did I say hi to Silver Fox yet? To Susie. Have you ever been up to Brainerd? Oh, for sure. I fish up there every summer. Really? You do? Oh, for sure. Been to Brainerd. Not for a long time, but that's going up north. Going up north fishing, you know, up to the cabin, up to the lake for the weekend, going north. Yep. I'm from southern Minnesota, but there's lakes everywhere. I mean, you don't have to go up north to find a lake. Let's just put it that way. Yeah. But yeah, I grew up fishing. I grew up next to a little creek. They called it a creek. Is it a creek or is it a creek? Don't know. We call it, in growing up, it was a creek. But I think it was actually the White Water River. I don't know. But I grew up on a river. That connected two lakes. Or wait, there was a river that there was two lakes in the tiny town I grew up. It was a resort town, a fishing town. It still is. Every summer it invades with, doubles in size with fishermen or campers and people like Forrest Fenn. I grew up very like I have a fishing trophy from when I was 7 years old. I caught the biggest fish in a fishing contest. Like you just did that because you grew up in Minnesota and there's a lake, there's a river outside your front door, and there's a lake. All you just have to look down this street and you can see a lake from there. So anyway, who else grew up on a river? I grew in a van down by the river. Now that's the gypsy magic. Oh, hi, Otis. Good night. Be safe. Gotta go. Well, it was nice seeing you stopping in, Otis. Bill Gorman. What happened? Forrest died on Grandma Moses' birthday. Trivia. Interesting trivia. Pub Onion statue. Yeah. That's for real, and that is legit, and it's huge. And isn't it Brainerd that has the giant crappie fish? Giant. I'm trying to, it's welcome to Brainerd or Bemidji. Maybe Bemidji. I don't know. Plenty of fishing around here. What else? Walleye. Or Wally. Is that how you spell walleye? I don't know. Walleye. I love walleye. There's plenty. There's Josh Jordan. We call the giant crappie slabs. Crappies are really good to eat. They're like my favorite panfish, or sunfish. Sunnies, crappies, and walleye. Those are the keepers. But mostly there was tons of bullheads, which are a small catfish looking thing. And they have that same catfish mud. Grew up eating those too because you just don't know any better. You're a kid. Somebody gives you, here, this is what's for dinner, a plate of bullheads. You're just going to go, okay. Fine. Don't swallow the bones. Okay. Okay, back to it. I would love to go sturgeon fishing. Those things are scary looking, man. Big and scary. And what are those other great big fish that we have? They have like, muskie. Blah. They're like lake monsters. Very scary. Caught 3 largemouth bass and a crappie today. Alan K, you did? 3 Larrys That's what you call a Larry. A Larry is a lake trout. A large mouth and a smallmouth. They're both a smallie and I can't remember the nickname for a largemouth bass. A billy. It's a billy. Uh-huh. Frog legs. Street jigging is not as easy as it looks. I ate a lot of salmon growing up in Oregon. Oh, that would be awesome. I would not be mad about that. I would rather eat a salmon than a bullhead. No salmon in these lakes. We do have trout streams, though. Such a thing here. Peeps are starting to eat snakefish heads in Maryland. Is that a real thing? A snakefish? Is that an eel? Is a girl involved, Bill? Oh, I'm going to go back up here. I'm missing. Did I miss anything, you guys? Oh, I see my name. Also in TTC, there is only one printed in the book. Oh, only one. Only one printed in the book. I know, Goodell. Ooh, I are burned into my brain. When it comes to trivia, right here is the only one in the book. Here I am, double omega, in that where it says 100-pound. Is that blurry? Yeah, whatever. You guys have the book. Text. And he uses LB for pound, period. LB text. And how did LB get to be abbreviation for pound? POUND. Where the hell is the L in pound? And why did he use earlier, like here, it says 2010, and he used an I for a 1. So on that same page, just a few, and you can't, there's no way you can tell me that was not by design. That had to be by design. This is a treasure hunt. You're supposed to look for anomalies like that. Like, why else would there be only a one in the, is that it? Oh, wait, I lost. Oops, my mouse froze, you guys. I'm sorry. There we go. Oh, because it's what do you call it? Latin? Libra pondo. Is that a Latin word for pound? I suppose. Or Greek? Is it? Which would be a really interesting, that goes back to the word origins. And on the same page as the double omega, the Greek symbols being used on the Rosetta Stone as the symbols that were the letters used to unlock the Rosetta Stone. And I'm not pulling these things out of my ass. These are legit topics of the thrill of the chase. Like, I mean, if it wasn't a direct connection, I wouldn't be talking about it. You know what I mean? And so, that foregone, and just that, isn't that interesting though, that it's like that foregone conclusion of everybody knows what LB period means. That means pound, but I didn't know that it meant that Roman Libra Pondo. See, it's kind of like this origin of words, and that whole, it also ties into that story of the French soldier's tombstone that he tripped over, and the use of English on a French tombstone. And who's gonna sit there and carve out all of that for somebody, that, I don't know. I see my name again. Street. Will you please stop wasting our time? Just a minute. I think I gotta hang out a little. I could loop the fireplace. That was brilliant. Move. Everyone just needs to chillax, light the fire, and grab yourself a glass of wine, kick back. It's all good. You do you. Did Forrest Fenn say that the writing was in English on the... Yeah. Got any chocolate? How do you know about my chocolate? My secret chocolate. Where did it go? No, all the way downstairs I have chocolate. Where the wine flows like wine. Oh, nice. Chilling with Susie. Yep. Chicken wing, chicken wing. Hot dogs and bologna, chicken and macaroni, chilling with my homies. You guys know that one? I don't know why my phone made magic noises. Got any chocolate? Okay. Kendall and Amber aren't very bright. They couldn't figure out the omegas if they tried. I don't know who Kendall and Amber are. How do you know they even tried to figure out the omegas? Does anything really matter at this point? Have fun, send it, don't look back. Nothing really matters at this point. You sure? I'm sure, William. I'm sure we can find some marshmallows. I have chocolate marshmallows and graham crackers downstairs. Shit. Kendall and Amber is here. Hide the chest. Queen Anne. Sammy is still in business. Okay. Pilgrim. CRK. Gatorhead. Give her a chance to get to her point. I have no point. There is no point to any of this. I think my sister would rather hang from her toenails than be on a YouTube video. Oh, she is very quiet and brilliantly smart and sweet and in the background, and is fine with that. Would rather, Oh. So, Susie, please predict the future. If this isn't the end of the chase, what's your best guess what it will be? Okay, let's predict the future. Oh, good, because I have munchies. Hello, hi, Jeep Girl Jody. Hi, Susie and homies. Yep, we're chilling with the homies. Chicken and macaroni. And I'm about to predict the future. That's my transition into the future mode. What could it be in the future? This is how I see this going. I see the finder right now has either made a deal about selling the chest, has sold the chest, and now is just finishing writing that story, or the finder is pursuant on the best move or the best place to sell that chest. You know, I think right now that like the sale of the chest is where we're hanging here. And if it is going to Sotheby's, Christie's type situation, and not directly to the Cody Museum is where I would like to see it go. Because I just think it fits so neatly into the story. But if it does go to one of those auction houses, that's a big damn deal. And that's not like an instant thing that happens. It gets sent, it gets taken to the auction house where they inspect it, photograph it, inventory it, assess it, place a value on it, describe it, and then publish, and then come up, wait for the appropriate auction for it to go in with other, you know, similar situation type auction. You know, I mean, they're just not going to throw it in with, they just don't do auctions nilly-willy. They have like these planned events. They have the Impressionist auction every year. They have the modern art auction every year. They have the blah, blah, blah. You know, they have these set Western art. And it's a big damn deal. It's not like take it to the auction house, your local auction. 2 weeks later, your stuff's going across the auction block. You know, it's not that. It's they advertise it, they promote it, they, you know, and that takes time. So if it goes that route, then I see the Netflix episode or the filming of the documentary, or however. Okay, so if we go with the fact that, not facts, well, it is facts. The facts that we have presented to us, which are, we were given by Forrest while he was still alive, said that there was a finder. We were presented with the photographs of, you know, and the, you know, his thing, and then the pictures on Dale's site. And then after his passing, we got the Medium article, which also gave us photographs that matched the photographs from when Forrest announced that it was found. So we have those bits of info. So if they're building a, you know, if they're building a documentary, if they're building a show, if they're building a story, you know, like, they said he wasn't a millennium. That's what I'm spitting out. What I'm trying to spit out is that he was a millennial. Not a millennium, a millennial. God, it's such a tell me then which millennial you know that wouldn't had his like taping the whole thing. Like wouldn't you, like, once you found the chest, the first thing you would do, wouldn't you pull out your phone and start clicking record and start recording every single thing? So I can't, it would be far-fetched for me to say that somebody 30 years old isn't, because Candy told us what the definition of a millennial is. But anyway, assume 30, right around there. What 30-year-old do you know that wouldn't have not recorded this? And so I think that how they're going to present the story is going to be a visual, just a visual of the finding of it, or a visual presentation of the story is going to come out. And that's what I see in the future. But how or who, Netflix or whatever, or and I would love to see it as episodes. And that's why I always that's why I favor that, because I don't want this story to end in an hour and a half or a 2-hour movie documentary thing where, I want a bigger I want to drag it out. I want more. I want pieces and parts. I want all of the puzzle. And they have a real opportunity presented as such. And so I think that's what's taken time. It's not that, it's ended so poorly. Everyone's disappointed because it ended so bad. It didn't end bad because it's not over yet. Yeah, the actual gold box is no longer in place. But that doesn't mean the story is over. By any stretch of the imagination. We've got a lot of story left. And that means however that chest gets sold and wherever it lands, it ends up is going to be the next part of the story. And then we get to see it, That's what makes the most sense to me. I mean, that just seems like, breaking it down, it would be, if I had the chest, it would be like, okay, I know I can't keep this. I got to sell it. It's got to go. I need the cash. And we're doing this all during COVID, where everything is a mess, All right, you guys, I'm not done yet. It's only 10:19. I'm going to talk amongst yourself. I'm going to transport myself downstairs and get another glass of wine. So be right back. Okay. Hi, Forest Fen. Tell us all of Susie's secrets. Well, I poured a big old glass of wine. So give me about, what, 10 minutes? Oh, no. Be right back. Okay, back for more. Oh. Captain. What am I missing? Hi, Mariah Carey. Hi, Zozo Rocks. Sup? Yes. What am I missing? Who snuck in the room? Hi, Jeep Girl Jody. You know what? I started writing you an email back, and I just saw in my email today that it's under draft. Like I started. Amongst my issues, I have ADHD. And because I started an email and never pushed send, in my mind, I was thinking, I already did that task. So you have a half-written email, Jody. I didn't forget about you. I did forget about you, but not really. I halfway forgot about you. Jesus. I'm a disappointment to many. Let's just put it that way. I'm a time-wasting disappointment to many. Okay. I named your fern behind you Forest Fern. Oh my God, that's great. Oh, that should, you know what? That fern should have a name, because I got that years ago. I can't even imagine, like, more than 5. Not more than 10. More than 5, but less than 10 years ago. I got that from my neighbor, who is like 92 years old, 80s. She's like, I can't take care of this house plant anymore. Will you take care of it? And I'm like, okay. And by God, I sure did. I took that task to heart. It's still alive after all these years. It deserves Forest Fern. Forever now, I'm going to call it that. No, forest fern is a real plant. And hence it's messy all over the floor. And yeah, no, it's a real Z. I like plants and flowers. I don't make them all though. I mean, I've killed plenty in my day, but that's what it is. It's an experience. It's a live and learn. Plants are a live and learn thing. They always have something to tell you or teach you. You know, they tell you when they need water. They tell you when you gave them too much water. It's just, you have to, they speak their own language. You just have to learn the language. You know, just like any, you know, plants and animals all have their own language to let you know when something's something. Hi, Richard Rutherford. Are you in here? Hi, dear. Bill, someone thinks you're delusional. It's okay. You cannot control what somebody else thinks of you. You have no business controlling what somebody else thinks of you. You can only control what you think of you. So buttons on your underwear. Children are also live and learn experience. And so are adults. That's a never ending. Huli, what if we're all in it? We are all in it. Too late now, man. Refresh, Susie. I did. Uh-oh. For realsy? Fern Fergie. Name that Fern Fergie. Did you see Street's last video? Yeah, the fireplace. I thought it was very kind of him to put out a nice, cozy, relaxing place where we could all just chillax, everybody. Take some time. Let's all take a moment and just look at the fireplace. Get yourself a glass of wine or whatever floats your boat. And if you're lucky enough to live in Oregon, the state, soon you'll have a whole array of choices other than alcohol. I mean, who said alcohol is fine, but all these other things are not fine, you know? It's so stupid. I'm glad everyone gets to decide for themselves. That's the ticket. Hi, Loki. Hi, Geonut. Crack. As in the drug. Have you ever tried crack? I have. It's really nice. It's wonderful. It's like, woo, I get it. I don't do it anymore. I wouldn't do it. I might do it like once more if somebody had some and stuff, but I wouldn't make it a thing. It's not good for anybody, but I get why people can't stop it because it makes you feel like you're, not normal, not a normal human being feeling. It's like a euphoric feeling that you've never would experience in any other way, is why people get addicted and why, but so what? I mean, that's just like so judgy. It's so judgy that it's okay to be addicted or prescribed and addicted to this drug, but this drug is not okay. It's such bullshit. That whole assigning judgment to the different types of drugs based on who invented that drug, I mean, or where it came from, or if it's endorsed properly. If it wasn't, cocaine wasn't invented in a lab, so it's not, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I have really liberal views when it comes to, I think, to each his own. Everyone gets to make their own mistakes. Everyone gets to choose their own drugs, including this drug. My precious. How I love thee. Let me count the ways. And I'm so sad. I don't know where you are. Where are you? Right now. Like right now. I want to know. It's not in the Rocky Mountains where it's supposed to be. That's all I know. Or maybe is it? It could be in the Rocky Mountains where it's supposed to be. It could be already where it's going to be. We don't know. And that's what's killing us all, and why we're all making up shit, and why we're all trying to bridge that gap, and why, why we're still here. Why 42 of us have gathered on a Friday night. What did you say, Ellen? You always have something so clever. If you haven't been, I see quotes because here's a forest. If you haven't been consumed by something in your life, I think you deserve another turn. And the thrill of the chase personifies that to me. To me, it does. And what a wonderful thing to be consumed by. It's just like, how much was it by design and how much was it by happenstance? I wonder. I mean, because when he did design this, he did design it so, I think he did design it so we could all see whatever, each of us see something different in this. Everyone looks at this book, the same book, and everyone sees something so different and approaches it so differently. It really is fascinating. And it would have been fun. It would have been so fun to be Forrest in the beginning, or when this all started, and you got to see, or, got to hear the feedback, and, be a part of it. But after a while, wouldn't you just be exhausted by the thought of it, because there's always somebody new, always somebody new jumping in. And, I'm thinking like me as a 3 month in after I got the book, 3 months in, sending him an email saying, I figured it out for sure. I'm going in a few weeks, and thank you. I can't wait to meet you. How many of those emails did he just get and just go, oh my God, there's another one that's I don't know. Whatever. It's fun. Hey, what's going on here? I'm missing. I did crank once to ask for takeoff clearance. That's a horrible drug. Ugh. Whatever. Everybody has their own. And different people can do the same drug and it can feel different to everyone. And like, somebody could love it and somebody could hate it. It's the same drug, just like the same drug. Some people love it, some people that hate it. And some people are angry that it's taken, that, are angry about. I heard those hater people say they wanted to get a group of people together in Santa Fe, gather in Santa Fe and go silently protest outside of Forrest Fenn's old house, where nobody but his grandchildren and his 2 daughters would see it. I mean, how disgusting. That is disgusting. That is, bleh. It's just, and they're all going, yeah, there's like a whole gang of them going, yeah, you're right, and laughing and going along with it. And I'm just like, and this is earlier today, I'm watching or listening to this and thinking, idiots talking about, and they're talking about, yeah, well, I'm gonna come for you. You lie. If you're a big liar, I'm gonna come for you about this, and blah, it's just so gross. And me acknowledging it is gross, but I don't know. It needs to be, but that's what they want. I think that's a lot of what they need is attention. Angry that, they didn't get it. Everybody reacts to this different, I reacted with disappointment, of course, but also gratitude of being a part of it or getting to do it, having it even be a thing. And I don't know, you guys. Nomadic Madman, what do you think of the blaze? What do you think the blaze could be? I think the blaze is found on, if I just answer that without thinking about it, just use my intuition. I think the blaze is on. I think the blaze can be found in the thrill of the chase. I think it's. I don't think it's. I think it can. I think it's not. I think this has something to do with the blaze. I think this page has something to do with the blaze. Look quickly down. There's a blaze on the horse's head, and here he is napping. And a nap is when you shut your eyes, your look goes quickly down, as in, shuts down. I don't. It's the first thing that I think of when somebody talks about the blaze. Is page 58, and so is page 58 the blaze because the number 58. How do you write that in Roman numerals? It's LVIII. Page 58, so is it, and on page 58 is also the somewhere in Montana, and then it goes 20 September. The postmark is 20 September, Sunday, and Sunday. This is the blaze page. I think is the blaze page, and it says Sunday. And what is a Sunday? The sun is a blaze. A Sunday is a blaze, lightning, me and lightning. What is lightning? I mean, me and lightning. What is lightning? Lightning is a blaze. So look at all that. We have a sun, a Sunday, a blaze. That's on that page. We have lightning, a blaze. That's on that page. We have a mark on a horse's nose, which is called a blaze, on that page. And this is also the chapter where he talks about, right here's matches. Right here's matches, and that's a blaze. You can light a blaze with a match, and that's when he lights the and this is the map chapter, you know, the map. I don't know, but good question. What do you think, you guys? What's your blaze? Nomadic or Nomadic Madman, did you ask me that question? No, you didn't. You did not. It was somebody. Could blaze be answers? It could. Holy crap, how did I miss Nomadic Madman? You did ask me that. I missed a ton of Ellen, I know, but she didn't come back. Yes, tell us about the blaze. I actually believe it was a marking on a tree just based on the finder's letter. Or Giovanni Soprano. What about the marking on a tree based on the finder's letter? The fake blaze or the real blaze? See, the finder's letter brings up a whole nother layer to the blaze, because they knew, according to the Medium article, they knew the area that they were supposed to be in. And in that area was a fake blaze. And they knew it was a fake blaze. They knew it was fake. They called up Fed. Remember the phone call? Looking for a reaction, saying, I found a fake blaze in the location. How did they know the blaze was fake? And so a mark on a tree, the fake blaze, also a blaze, could be, you know, it also flashed into my mind thinking about that same mark on a tree, because you could see animal bones out in the wild, out in the wilderness, laying there in forest special spot, and not think anything was amiss. You know, like that could be a range of animal bones, or an animal bone, or a skull, or a buffalo skull, or whatever it could be. Using a skull bone of an animal as a blaze makes sense to me because of the gold bug. The gold bug is the Edgar Allan Poe. Is it Edgar Allan Poe? Yeah. But the very first treasure hunt, and so, and their blaze was a skull in a tree. And I could see Forrest borrowing that idea from the gold bug to use as his blaze, and alluding to such, how I can make it work with this is not too far off the page, because immediately following the poem, he alludes to Gardner Island, his dream with Gardner Island and Captain Kidd, and how he was jarred awake. The Captain Kidd's treasure is the treasure that's found in the gold bug. And the blaze was a skull. So how about that, nomadic madman? Boom, boom, boom. I've got all sorts of blazes. What do you think when you combine wise and blaze? If you've been wise and found the blaze. If you have been wise. So that is like, it's past tense. It's something has already happened. So, and so why is it wise? And is that wise could be the actual path you're on. Maybe the path goes off in a Y at the blaze. But if you've been wise, so it's something, the blaze is something you've already done before you're looking quickly down, right? It's already happened. It's already a done thing. It's not something you do there in place. It's something that's already have taken place. And so that's why maybe the blaze is in the poem itself. And the way you find the blaze is somehow how you work the poem, how you use the eyes, the numbers and the letter, because if I is the why, okay, let's do reasons. The word I could be the keyword, or however, why it's important. And one of those could be, there are exactly 9 capital letter I's. The capital letter I, which could be used as a 1, as a Roman numeral 1, there's exactly 9 of them, 9 capital I's in the poem. So if there's 9 clues, and it says the answer is I in the poem, and there happens to be 9 I's, I don't know. That seems wise. What do you guys think? What do you got, Josh Jordan? A mountain lion tends to hang on to its prey in trees and literally gut them in the tree after having hung them. They eat the organs first. It's kind of neat. Well, those are their favorite part. Those are the juicy bits. Isn't that why they, it's like, I'm gonna. The rest is chewy, man. Eating the leg of a whatever. It's gonna be a lot harder than. Jardine is 5 miles northeast of Gardner, Montana. Jarred awake, and Alan, I've been down that rabbit hole for sure. That is definitely a rabbit hole I have explored. I'm trying to think off the top of my head what I had for that. But it does strike a chord with me for sure. Nomadic Magnet, Susie. Forrest always talked about stars, the flag, and oops. Hi, Chase and Indy. I just saw your name. The flag in his painting, the new stars on Once Upon a While. Fly with me, fly me to the moon. Let me dance among the stars. Dancing with the stars. Yep. Nine eyes, scary. Not EYE. If it's EYE, that's very scary. You, Jason Indy says, oh, because we were talking about eating guts. Hey, that wasn't my idea. Somebody else. At K-Pro. Gotcha. Hey, is K-Pro in here too? Hi, K-Pro. How many times did Forrest? Oh, if you think about how Fen said all he had, I think it's safe to say Goldbug played a huge part in the blueprint of his poem, Aunt Susie. You think so too, Chase Indy? It seems logical. Looking back at it now, it's easy to look back now that it's over, when you're in it, it's different, but now it's just like, it seems like that part immediately following the poem. So it's a part of the poem to me, this chapter or this paragraph and the preceding paragraph is a part of the poem. And what an odd thing. I dreamt the other night I had been reincarnated as kid and went to Garden Island looking for the treasure. It scared me so badly I was jarred awake and didn't remember whether I found it or not. And then that's it. I didn't remember I found it or not. Square not. Not squared. It's just so odd that to think that it's got to be something, and it sure does point Goldbug to me, which would then tend to lead into the fact into the idea that perhaps that the blaze is a bone or bones or something like that, because he said that one of his earlier renditions of the poem when he was writing it said, just take the chest and and then he changed it to take the chest, go in peace. But that is the same stanza as the blaze stanza. So he could be hinting that by telling us that. He would have never had to tell us that bit, that he changed it. Okay, what else? If you guys want me to highlight my name, if you because it's really hard for me to follow this. The Medium Finder article said the chest was in a nook, page 99. TTOTC shows a nook on the edge or a ledge. Seems like a hint. Oh, it does. It does show like a ledge on page 99. Let me look at it. Yeah, it has those things sticking out of a ledge or a nook. Those guns, or what are they? Am I supposed to just know what those are? Does everybody just know what those are? They look like either guns or like a horn, like a excuse me. I don't know. But that definitely is a nook. But page 99, to me, is the double X page, because here's an X, here's an X. This is the page that Forrest signed with double X to be cheeky. And when is 999 is a double X when you see it on your phone keypad. So, and then the number 1 doesn't have any letters associated with it. A starts with number 2. Or number 2 is A. I is number 4. So that's how you can also take the number 1, the Roman numeral 1 can turn into a 4 right there, on a keypad or on a phone. And that's not a cipher. That's not special knowledge. Every single one of us has those numbers, right? Can look right there. They are. There's your special cipher, a phone keypad and spelling words with numbers. Seems logical. I don't know what words we're supposed to spell or what numbers we're supposed to use. It just seems like that is probably a part. He's hinted at phones too much for it not to be. I can't wait to find out. Of course, you guys all know. And Forrest could still take it with him, says Street Scenes. Bill Gorman says numbers 1, 2, 3. Chase, if you take the book title and use it as a filler for there, it, where, etc., it creates a map from point A to point B. Oh, what is this you speak of, Chasing Indy? Oh, I like that. See, this is the fun part. Thank you for that, Candy. That getting my wheels turning again, because this is what we always know. This is what I always wanted to do, but nobody could ever do it. It's like we are free to talk about the chase now in any way, in every brainstorm idea that we possibly have. We are free. We have no constraints on us any longer to hold in these ideas as our own, like, ooh, I don't want to talk about that until I rule it in or rule it out of my own thing, But now that it's over, we are free to use, bounce these things off each other and use each other's creativity and imagination to come up with things that and take our ideas that we have and take them further, give it to somebody else and have them go, hey, but what about, and take it further. It's great. I have excited the Susie Fen. Yes, you have. It doesn't take much. That and, 2 big glasses of wine and grief and car trouble and Alan K says 40 plus watchers, hit the like button for Susie Fen and wine and Forest Fern. Don't forget to like or dislike this video. Because you can't hurt my feelings. It's too late. I know I'm ridiculous. I know I'm absurd time waster. I know I have nothing to add to the ending of the chase other than entertainment and filler for us all to bridge the gap. We're mind the gap. We're all minding the gap right now and just trying to buy some time while they film the next Netflix episode. Oh my God. Oh, you guys. I get to go to Las Vegas to the World Series of Fen. By the way. That's so exciting and fun. And I don't know. But that's a really fun thought to fall back on when I feel like, blah, it's like, oh, guess what? I get to go. And I've alerted the sisters. My sister, she's gonna come with me. She is gonna come. It's gonna be. So that's great. And then my other sister already lives there. She lives in Henderson, which is right there, a suburb of Las Vegas. So that's super exciting. And yay. I wonder what we're going to know about the chase by then. That's the end of January. So we still that's, solid 2 months plus 8, 9, 10 weeks, something like that. 11 weeks, 10, 11. But, so Chasing Indy, excited to see you there. Yeah, Chasing Indy, you're going to be there. It's going to be so fun. We should be learning something this month. Oh, what is this you speak of, Indy? What do you know? Do you know that it's torture to us that are not in the know? That you guys know something more? Like anybody knows more? It's just like, we should be learning something. So that doesn't mean that, that's, do you know who the finder is? 84 days, but who's counting K-Roses? It's so awesome. Yeah, and never mind. I'm not going to say nothing else. I mean, it's going to be fun. Captain Marvel, Bill thinks it will be on the postmark date. Oh, could be. But do you think, I don't know. Could be, Bill. Don't be nervous at all about going, Susie. I was, for a first meeting, it was so much fun. When I got there, I forgot all about being nervous. I want to play in the poker tournament, and I don't know how to play poker. Definitely don't have a poker face either. I'm going to be like, I just am. But also, guess what that means? Beginner's luck. Like, I'm going to have 2 pair of aces, right? Chase and Indy. I'm gonna get. I got 2 pair, 2 pairs of aces. I know the basics about poker. It's just, you know, having it happen, like being dyslexic, being mathematically challenged, and it happening so fast. It's whatever. Interesting. It's just to have fun. That's right. It's just fun, JK Pioneer. It just doesn't matter, It's like nobody's gonna yell at me or anything if I say I have 2 pair instead of 4 of a kind. They're just gonna go, ugh. There might be some eye rolls and some, oh good gods, but no one's gonna yell. Okay, bro. What does that mean? People there? Or it's always awesome if there's something significant to look forward to. Isn't that the truth? It is. It's just automatically a lift. And the last trip I went to Las Vegas was in 2014. Is the last time I saw my sister, that sister that lives in Henderson. But it was my other sister. It was her and I who flew out together, and it was so special because it was my the sister who just lost her husband, and we just did the thing today. That sister, she had never been on a plane before, ever been on an airplane before. And so in 2014, we flew out together to Las Vegas, and and that trip, it was so much fun that when we got home, it was short. I think we were there 4 days, 4 nights, something like that. It was not very long. It was just but like, I swear to God, my feet did not touch the ground for weeks. I felt like I just felt like it was euphoric. Like I was living off that high of such a wonderful trip with my sister. It was so much fun. It was great. It was great. And the idea that I get to go again, and my sister's gonna come with me. She's like, yeah, I think by January it'll be good, and I can, so yay. Super fun. Oh, whoop, I forgot what I was talking about. Somewhere in the oops. Oh God, I'm not good at this, you guys. Well, we all know that. I can quit saying it out loud. It's obvious. Okay, Captain Obvious. Okay. I'm just going to go to the bottom and start up again. Oh, Silver Fox deleted. Message retracted. Yes, please. Tomorrow after Toby. What is tomorrow after Toby? K-Pro, we'll need to get she-faced and go live so we can talk about all they said. It's not Wyoming. Street scenes. What do you mean, not Wyoming? Oh, are we talking about our friend whose time that I waste? Who doesn't know me except for the person who makes time? I mean, Some people just need to, some people just need to assign themselves a level of just shut it, zip it. Jeep Girl Jody says, we just chat and listen to you. Well, thanks, Jeep Girl Jody. I was like that when I first started my channel, says Indy. Very important, just throws in the towel. Just screw it. Give it up. I feel you, very important. I feel ya. I am a 23-year-old. Oh, honey. I'm not sure if I'm jealous or I feel bad for you. Actually, K-Pro Candy drinking in a tree. Says Tony Rusi. Hi, Kiro. Taking 84 days until the wedding. Street scene sounds horrible. Come out in the sunshine. For someone who does not want people to stereotype her, she sure did run through the ringer. Run me through the ringer. Pack, sorry, what did I miss? Okay, bro, you missed. We figured a lot of stuff out. Some people just need to lighten up. Like Michael Jackson did. And as soon as I saw Michael Jackson, I'm looking at the man in the mirror. Asking him to change his ways. Or what? Man in the mirror. That song is amazing. Wonderful. I'm changing my name to Alan K. Pro. Alan, you never cease to make me laugh. Are clever Trevor. I want your hat. Oh, there's GTC. There is a Zoom. A Zoom. I was just thinking about going live. I forgot you're live tonight. I didn't know I was going to be live tonight for sure. I didn't make I just was like, okay, I'm going to do it. I mean, I want to be consistent with my Friday Fen Havens for my own selfish reasons. And that's why I'm here. Wasting you guys' time for my own selfish reasons. But is there a Zoom? Did you just do, Greg, did you just do a Zoom, open Zoom, just going to run forever and people can go there? I think that's a great idea. I think it's a legit, like, sometimes it's nice to, because it's going to be the familiar people. It's just like a meeting place when nobody else is live or there's nothing, or we're waiting for a live or a connect. Like, I don't care how many people watch this or if anybody ever does watch this. I do this, like I said, for selfish reasons. And I'm so glad you guys indulge my evil plan to waste your time while I drink my wine. Watch me while I do my dance. Susie, are you in on Zoom right now? No. Who is Zooming? People said you are on Zoom, but it looks like you are not. Okay, I'm super confused. Who is Zooming? The only people that Zoom me, that I Zoom, are Cow Lazars, K-Pro and Cow. When they send me a Zoom, I'm waiting for my mail to load and see. I think do the math. Fen quote find could have broke the hunt wide open. I think you do the math. Oh yeah, the do the math. That is, you know what? Who said that? Tony Russi? Tony Russi, that is a haunting quote for me too, when it comes to something that, you know, keeps ringing true back in your head. And do the math. And that is like, that's the GPS solve or a number solve. Not necessarily the numbers for the current GPS solve that's out there, or how that was derived, but it could have something, it could be onto something there, you know. I'm with that. You are on YouTube but not using Zoom right now to broadcast YouTube. Is what I mean? Oh yeah. No. I don't have a subscription to Zoom, so I just have the free version. No more wine. Which means that Zoom cut you off after 40 minutes. I can only go live for 40 minutes if I were to use Zoom, is what I'm saying. Otherwise, I would have to get the subscription. But if somebody else does a Zoom, I can jump on this, you know, somebody else that has the professional version, or the, I don't know what it's called, the pay per month one. Okay, Susie, what do you think about Forrest's final letter? What secrets are embedded? You mean the letter that was in the AGK hunt letter? Or do you mean the letter that was published on Dale's website letter? No, standbys, says GTC. Oh, is that the deal? Okay, is that what? Kind of slow. Like GTC, you're doing a live Zoom on YouTube right now, and you want me to go there instead? Is that what I'm understanding? Street Scenes, can you go 45 minutes, then start another? Good question. Perhaps. But I don't know how to, I've never done a Zoom to YouTube. That's just a Zoom meeting in general, but I don't know why the rules would be any different, whether it was broadcast or not. So I don't know. If you're using Zoom, I would have joined you in what oh, I see. Okay, Greg. Sorry. Not the brightest bulb on the tree. Especially after a couple glasses of wine. She doesn't have premium Zoom. Premium Zoom is the name of it. Thank you, Chasing Indy. No. Be right back. Need whiskey. Okay. Damn, that was confusing. Not as confusing as it was for me, Street. Queen Anne whiskey. Whiskey for all my friends, then. Everybody. At least you are a bulb on the tree. A very important bulb on the tree. Just It's not the brightest. I'm in another Zoom now. Oh, you are? Who are you Zooming with? A zoom, zoom. Air Force pilots know how to figure a Terry point. Oh, Pilgrim Creek Gatorhead. That's really, I like that quite a bit. A Terry point is a pilot thing. That is such a strange word. I mean, out of the ordinary word. Not necessarily strange, just not typical. You know, you don't hear Terry a lot in conversation. I'm going to make it a point to use Terry in conversation and see what people react. What is a Terry point? Yes. Who told us that? Come on. Pilgrim Gatorhead. Can I just call you Gatorhead? What is a Terry point? Alice, L and K minus a -1. So if you minus a negative number, you actually come up with a positive. Did you just Terry away with my beer? Let's all use Terry in a sentence. K-Pro, did you Terry scant with Marvel gaze? How many times? Oh, today was a great day. So yes. Oh, what a great day. Yay. That's nice to hear. Zero is a number in my book. And it's also the letter O in Forrest's book. Because if you notice that all the ones are actually the letter I, you can also notice that the number 0 is the letter O. So instead of ones and zeros, I's and O's. I-O. I-O, I-O. So off to work we go. You can be Letterman with early show, and I can be Conan with the late show. Booyah. That's great. Then I can go get another glass of wine and quit talking, and so you guys don't have to hear. I can participate quietly and keep drinking. Not a good idea. This is the last of this little bit represents a half a bottle of wine. And earlier, like, well, I don't know if it even, so if earlier you had a beer, does that even count? Like I had a beer with dinner earlier. Does that equate in the equation? If it was like 2 hours from after the time you had a beer before you poured a glass of wine, what is the proper amount of time to disregard that earlier beer? This is a much contended point in the drinking equation. Wine. Oh man, yes, headaches. But it feels good in the veins. 2 hours. Oh, there was the 2-hour window had already passed. That beer does not count. So say that's the ruling. There went the hammer down. So say us. Aren't you glad we cleared that up, everybody? So if you wait 2 hours from now, it would be proper. It would be like you never drank at all, and you could start drinking. Ruled that, so it has been written. Thanks for clearing that up. Okay. Del Hudson. Hi, Del Hudson. Ask me no more questions. Please, Terry, no more lies. The boys are in the bathroom zipping down their flies. Del Hudson, if I told you the Homer Brown, then you'd go right to the treasure. I know. Del Hudson, I found a place at the Greeley, also where Fen said the college would have taken me. My fingers are starting to get double hitting. Well, you must wait 2 more hours before you have another beer, and then things will be right again. It's because brown is important. I think brown is important. Ask Eric Sloan. Time is free. Time is free. That is really a loaded statement, isn't it? Hi, David L. Cheap Girl Jody says at Dale Hudson, also around the corner is a huge Einstein mural with imagination is better quote. Really? Where? Cool. Chase and Indy said, Fen used a lot of biblical references in the poem, too. Biblical reference. A blaze could be a burning bush. G. Girl Jody says, the one-room schoolhouse. There is one at UNC Great. Oh, where the words inscribed above the door. Right. Interesting. Well, we know that's a big deal. I mean, the one-room schoolhouse. That the Fen family drove to, even though it was during a time of rationing tires, rationing gasoline, rationing everything, and they still went that far out of their way in a car that you could only drive, 30 miles an hour. But anyway, there was a math equation involved in all that. So seems interesting. Cheap Girls, I'll send you a picture. Okay, cool. At the Cody Museum Research Library, there are words about. Oh, there's another vote for the Cody Museum. God, I hope the chest ends up there. That's where I want it to go. If I had my way. On the border, says Gionette. Oh, good, says Nomadic Madman. You're welcome again. Very important hero. Don't say Moses 3 times or Bill Gorman appear. Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. Oh, night, Queen Anne. Nice seeing ya. David L is a brave one. He did it. Moses. Oh, we're asked asking for it. We're just asking for it, conjuring it up. You know, I'm not even going to say it. I like Bill and Susie and all the good people in the world. Nomadic man. Oh, we're just making light of Bill. You know, you just got to make light. You know, he's listening. Bill, come out, wherever you are. A church house, a gin house, a schoolhouse, an outhouse on highway number 19. The people keep the city clean. They call it Nutbush. They call it Nutbush city limits. That was a lot of words to read, those rats. What if Bill is the finder? Then he will laugh. If he was the finder, I mean, bravo, Bill. Then he would laugh. I mean, I'm fine with that. I'm not laughing at him. I'm laughing with him. Right? Or whatever. The lords of Nutbush. If you cannot laugh at yourself, then you cannot laugh at anyone else. That's right. There's Pharaoh's effed with Moses and it backfired. See, now the wrath of the Pharaohs are fallen upon me. If Bill is a finder, I will laugh. Mm-hmm. Joke's on all of us. When he gets the title to the gold from Forrest's will. I dub Bill Gorman, the finder of the chest. Ha! And then we all must bow down to Bill. You were right. Oh, Bill, why? The first to apologize to Bill. If this is the case. Is that a frog behind you? It's Forest Fern. Okay, now you're getting carried away. Okay, yeah. True that, nomadic man. I think I see a locust too. Okay, let me know if anything bigger than that starts appearing behind me, please. Chase and Indy, what do you mean? It's her optical illusion. Chase and Indy, how so, Indy? It's all about religion. Soldier Stone. I did the Soldier Stone too. Rabbit hole. That place is amazing and very interesting. And there's like all these different languages. Like there's not just memorials in one language, but in all sorts of language. I don't know. Just knowing about the Soldier Stone, that is attributed to directly without the thrill of the chase. I would have never known such a thing existed. I would have never known, I would have never known any of that stuff. And that's amazing and good on you, Forrest, no matter what. That's great. That's the first boots on the ground. See, I can see where that would get you to go. I mean, that was a good one because it's an obelisk, and isn't it an obelisk? And on each side, there's all these inscriptions of. I mean, it's really And not only that, but it spreads out like through the ground, like it goes, interesting, a really interesting place. Indy says, scroll up. Okay. Am I looking for my name? Okay, Susie. Okay. Is that a frog? One room schoolhouse. I went down so many rabbit holes for that schoolhouse. I know, but he made it seem, it was important for us to put that in the story, and he made it important. He made it important to tell us that, he drove that, during all the rations that they drove that far out of the way just to do a sign. And every year they did that same thing, even though his dad already showed him the sign the year before, he still did it again. That's what the insinuation of the story, that it was a repeated thing. And so if it was that important to Forrest's dad, it was important for Forrest to put that in the story. But why? That is a good rabbit hole to go down. Scroll sideways. Moses shot 2 cops and killed a farmer. Savory, Wyoming Museum. Savory, Wyoming? Savory, a town in Wyoming? Look up Savory, Wyoming school. Oh, I see. Okay. I'll repost Susie Fenn. My War for Me in aka Soldier Stone. Oh, right. The Soldier Stone, and the Soldier Stone is there's so many connections. You're right. I bet in my notes I have a whole section on that Soldier Stone that I could go, now we know it's not the right one, but damn, it makes you want to, it seems so perfect. It really does. And maybe it is too perfect for a reason. Maybe Forrest did want us to find that Soldier Stone, but not to find the chest, but just to find it, makes you wonder. If you would like a break from tuning the controls, I could do an open Zoom and you could join right up once you got tired and want to drink or without worry. Okay. That sounds good. Fen was behind Soldier Stone. He built it with his friend from the war. No shit, Indy. And they had it flown in by helicopter to that point because it's out in the middle of nowhere, right? How do you know Fen had something to do with that? Do you really know that for sure? For sure? That's amazing. Don't want to get you in trouble, but are your thoughts on the GPS solution? Also, do you know who the source is other than the universe? In my world, the source is the universe. And I don't want to get you in trouble. Who am I getting in trouble? Nobody's going to get in trouble for their thoughts. But what are your thoughts on the GPS solution? I don't think it's it. And I don't care. I don't have enough information. Like the information that's the solution. Now, the ones who put that solution out there, they have more information. Obviously, there's more information that we don't get to know. So, but what we get to know, that is not it. It doesn't fit. It doesn't work. Not for me. But I like the GPS because it keeps us talking. Yes, that's right, Nomadic Band. That's our bridge. We need a bridge here. We've got downtime because of what is happening with the chest, or where it goes, or what we do, or where it goes next, or how the story is going to be presented to all of us. And it's taking time to put that all together, which is understandable. We need some, you know, there's this, there's 37 people in here right now. I've been on 2.5 hours. And there's obviously, you know, a connection that we can't, for a bunch of us. Like there's 37 people right now, but tomorrow there's going to be people that are going to find this video, or, you know, are going to go, oh, Susie was on last night, yay, and and sit here listening to this waste of time, just because we're all still trying to find that bridge. We're minding the gap. We're bridging the gap between the unknown and the unknown. The unknown being the chase. It's our ultimate unknown, and that's why we're all, because we haven't. So into the unknown, we know it's solved, but we don't know how, we don't know what, we don't know, you know. So it's the unknown to the unknown. In the meantime, we just get to sit here and make a bunch of shit up. That's what I'm here for, you know. Whatever comes to the top, you know. Did you know, so Soldier Stone has a headstone that reads, a lonely French guy. I did not know that, Indy, and that is jaw-dropping. And no wonder you went boots on the ground there. There was a reason I didn't, you know, like, beside the fact that I couldn't just go boots on the ground. I mean, it had to be, but why I ruled that one out, and it seems like it had something to do with the elevation. Like the elevation was wrong, or there wasn't pinion nuts there, or some crazy thing that I tracked. I you know, equated to that area, going, this can't be it, because it doesn't have one of the elements, and I can't remember exactly what the element was. But when I first found that did make my heart just skip a beat and just keep going back to that. Like I was caught in that loop for a while, that Soldier Stone, going, this has got to be it. It has too many connections. Being a Soldier Stone. And guess what? Forrest tripped over a Soldier Stone. You know, I mean, it's just like so much. It's in the Rocky Mountains. It's in the search area. It's in blah, 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 you know. Elevation too high. That's what Lorraine said. See, but then I thought, okay, so how I got around that idea when I was in that search, it was that maybe that wasn't the final location, but maybe the Soldier Stone was a landmark. Maybe it was a place on the map, the poem map, that led you to a lower elevation. You know, maybe it started there and went, you know, it just seems so perfect, and such a story about how it was, you know, flowing in on one of those green, jolly green giant helicopters or something like that. Like, I mean, it has something else to the story like that. Like, it's so remote that it had to been flown in by helicopter, that stone. I don't know. Back in 2002, I found a photo of the area, and one photo showed what I believe was the chest. When I got there, the spot that I saw, the chest was this big gaping hole. I think Forrest did it for a remembrance. Interesting. So Candy, did you ever talk to Forrest Fenn about that Soldier Stone, and did he confirm that he had a part in the Soldier Stone? I mean, is that like a confirmed real thing? I know the chest wasn't there, but Soldier Stone was something. Fen made this with his friend to remember the fallen, and the chase was about never forgetting the fallen. I know, and didn't it say like there was not a poem, but a saying in another language that said something about never forgetting. Like you had to translate, like there's all these translations or these different sayings and stuff. And if you translate those sayings, they said that were very chase related. The Frenchman always had snakes. Meek wanted to kill him. Okay. The poem map, yes. Silver Fox. Oh, like, yes, the poem map had this stone location. Silver Fox. It's just you joint, and it was 2000. Oh, the Georgia stones. The map and the maps have keys so we can understand them. Yes, Josh Jordan. Yes. Yeah, no matter what, to experience that, you know, good on you, Forrest. Colorado on the map 7 times. Yep, Bill, it's true on our Too Far to Walk map. But guess what? The chest was not in Colorado. So it doesn't matter how many times it was on that map. That becomes irrelevant, but very observant of you nonetheless. Silver Fox, that short wheelbase is hell on U-joints, especially if lifted. Meek hated snakes. When traveling makes sense, I will go there to see it. Right. Lorraine, the Soldier Stone. I know that would, if you're close to that area, I think that would be definitely worth the, to put on the list of things. Yeah, steering is touchy when I do tight turns. All right. Susie Fennhaven, did you teach elementary school? No. Oh. Why do you say that? You're funny. My mom was a teacher. Moses was captured in Wyoming. Moses is a treasure. Okay. Okay. You correct us very nicely. Oh, I see. The picture of Cynthia Doodle with a little gold thing in her back pocket, leaping across the water, leap of faith. Is Street, you have a very good point about those doodles that Cynthia has and other searchers have, where Forrest drew like he made it so it was like a definite void, like either they were jumping a river, a canyon, or like there was always this drop before the chest. There was always, why? That's interesting as well. It's a good point. Can you say fresh sheets? Fresh sheets. Nothing better. Stop yelling at me, Alan K. Golden ticket was in their pocket. Wrangler has never let me down. Must have gotten a good one off the line. Girl Jody. A state of Wyoming means it was chilling in the wild. Mm-hmm. Why do I suddenly think of bear spray? Because we said Cynthia. The Ford, Miss Ford. You missed the Ford. Forest made small line in the sand, river it became. Great show tonight, by the way. Thank you, Josh Jordan. I'm glad you think so. Thanks for hanging with me. What promise did Forrest keep with Eric Sloan by publishing $17 a square inch? And how much of that book did Eric actually write? It's such an oddity to me. I don't think that wasn't the book. That's the thing, Alan. I don't think that bit that Eric wrote and is included in $17 a square inch, I don't necessarily think that was what he gave Forrest necessarily. I don't know. But that's a great one. That's a really good one to get me going on. And what promise did Forrest keep by publishing that? I know. And why such a bizarre title? Have you ever tried to go into Amazon and search $17 per square inch? You know, you have to think about how to write it. You can't just type it like you just typed it in. You know, you have to use the word $17. You know, you can't use the symbols when you're searching for that book title. I don't know. Chase and Indy said, you can use the Medium article to narrow down the areas of Wyoming. And you can also create a character profile on the Finder. Been working on that for some time. Ooh, interesting, Indy. That would make for a great show for you to work on the character profile, you know, with us all. Oh, emptied lake. I can't. I don't want the crazies going after me. Did Forrest use a stick to draw that line in the sand? Oh. K-Pro woman, don't you be telling me no. Chase and Indy, no. We are two people. Huh? Did anyone see the Forrest Fen video of him dictating a letter back today? Was he dictating a letter? I thought he was reading a letter. Interesting. I did listen to that, but just as background, I mean, I didn't really keep Indy. Haha. There are two different people. I have met one and virtually met the other. Silver Fox, no matter Madman. The chase and some of its narrative sound just like Eric. I think Eric wrote page an asterisk in a book never written. Oh, the profile. I thought you were telling me no to the Medium article. Finder is John Doe. Stand in. I read a little of his Taos book. They do seem to think alike. K-Pro wink. That was one of hella virtual. Mike is not around, is he? I am waiting for my phone to charge. I have the video on mute. Okay. Eric is a little girl from India. Okay, Pro, it was good for me. How long has it been since we heard from the finder? Well, when did he write that article? Hang on, I'm switching over to right after Forrest passed away. Here it is. September 23rd. So September to October 23rd to now it's so for 5 weeks. I think the finder. I know, isn't he an interesting character? I get a kick out of him. Not here to like throw hate. He's not here to hate on Forrest or the Chase or he's committed just like the rest of us and is obsessed with it just like the rest of us and just wants to talk about it just like the rest of us. So I don't know. What kind of genius finder would post their first article on a shit website like Medium? Before his Fen deserves extra large. God, they had to find a place to put it, He couldn't have went to Dale's. He couldn't have went to Hint of Riches. He couldn't, just because it's too close. He had to pick a completely neutral zone. And I think but I never heard of Medium before the Finder's article came out. I never knew that was a thing, but I can see why they chose it as a neutral place, without having somebody else complicate, like, how could Dale could never been able to do it, because Dale would have then had to know the finder, and then people would have drove Dale flipping crazy with, where the finder is. He would have been drug into lawsuit. I mean, it would have been too crazy. I mean, I don't know. It's been too long. Okay, is Greg GTC still in here? Is he live on Zoom? Anderson's sent me a message. Mind your own business. What did she say? Mind your own business then. What are your hints from the November 2019 video? What do cloves mean? If you don't know, be quiet and find a new hobby other than your YouTube obsession. All I know about you is your YouTube videos are garbage. Okay. Do you guys see that? Okay. Let me read this again. Here's Barbara Anderson. Shows up on my YouTube video and says, do you have something you want to say to me? I don't even know who you are, except that you're obsessed with posting videos. She writes that. And then I wrote back, I don't even know who you are, except that you are obsessed with suing Forrest. I don't know who she is. She don't know who I am. Why is she getting in my videos? So mind your own business then, she writes. What are the hints from the November 2019 video? What do cloves mean? If you don't know, be quiet and find a new hobby other than your own YouTube obsession. All I know about you is your YouTube videos are garbage. Huh, Barbara. Well, you don't have to watch my videos, dear. And what is this November 2019 video you speak of? What do cloves mean? Cloves are a spicy thing that... Oh, God. 1 hour ago. That was 1 hour ago, Barbara. Now I'm going to be in her damn episode. It's all street, please. Street. It's your fault, man. We're both going to be in that damn episode. It's all your fault. Now she's like, I don't even know who you are. And you know what? She took that from him. All I did is said to Street that he had sweet mind reading skills after he put his video out. I didn't say anything about Barbara. She assumed I was talking about her instantly. When Street was talking about several other people in his video, not just her, a couple others. Maybe I was agreeing about somebody else he was speaking of. But Barbara jumps in and says, he became all defensive. And, you know, like, if she can act like she's somebody important in this chase, and, like, I don't even know who you are, I can do that same damn thing. I don't know who you are. I was your first lady. Who are you? And you know what? I can run toe-to-toe circles around you when it comes to the chase and chase facts and quotes and interviews and cloves, for God's sakes. You know, you're not messing with somebody that just dipped their toe into the chase. I dove into the chase full force, head on, in the deep end. So don't, whatever. I think of posting today's video. It was crazy. What was that? Go. We got your back, Jeep Girl Jody. Go, Susie. She's a pistol, but I can't help when to go at it. Well, she's a she's the one poking. I mean, she's the one that hunted my video down and proceeded to comment and tell me what garbage I am. Talk about man in the mirror, Barbara. She's probably listening right now. Are you lurking, Barbara? Whatever. Dear, to each his own. Do you? Leave me out of it. Grab every banana suit. It's all fun and games until somebody pretends they know everything. Okay. I know a few of those. I like your videos, Susie. Thank you, Twisted Ed. Well, according to Barbara, they are a waste of time and garbage. You know what? And I never claim to be anything but entertainment. This is entertainment. I mean, either you're entertained by my useless thought process or you're not. Then you don't watch. Either you're still interested in all things Forrest Fenn and want to talk about it some more because you can't let go yet. That's what we're doing here. That's what I'm doing here. It's not like I have any answers. I'm not the finder, for God's sakes. And I don't pretend to be one in the courtroom. I don't pretend that New Mexico was where the chest was found when we know it wasn't. It was in Wyoming. So, I mean, right there, at least I know enough in my garbage videos not to, I I know when to let go. Yeah, well, like I should right now. So you guys, it's going on 3 hours in 2 more minutes. So, hi, idiot out wandered around. Game called Would You Rather? Would you rather know the solve, know the place, but only go there with Google Earth? Or would you rather get blindfolded and go to the spot and not know the solve? Oh, the spot is relevant. I need to know the solve. My brain needs to know the solve. The spot, if you knew the exact spot and then the spot had a name and it was, then you could probably reverse engineer it. But then I thought that about knowing it was in Wyoming. I thought just knowing it Wyoming would make it reverse engineerable, which I do think it is. Just haven't spent that time doing it, you know? I need to know the solve too, Jeep Girl Jody. You guys, okay, I'm gonna jump off though, and I think Greg, I'm gonna look and see. Did Greg start a Zoom? No, I don't think he did. Greg, are you still in here? You can do the late show. I'm ready to switch into my jammies. It's midnight, past midnight. Okay, good night, you guys. I'm gonna push buttons here. And I'll see you again soon, or I'll see you over at Greg's later tonight, maybe, if I don't fall asleep. It's been a long day. But thanks for coming. Thanks for spending your Friday night with wasting your time with me tonight. See you again soon. Okay, I pushed buttons, but it didn't work. And